Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football-related issues concerning transfers, player profile, and other football matters. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you press on the push notification bell so that anytime we upload, you will be the first person to receive it. Make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. On all the links are in the description. The graphics are also flowing on X, on TikTok, on IG. Make sure you follow us there. All the links are in the description. Hit the links, follow us there. Let's get interactive, man. So this is your Champions League review for the Wednesday games. Match day 1, the Wednesday games. So let's get straight into the video. So quickly, let's start from the first game, Galatasaray versus Copenhagen, FC Copenhagen, Denmark. But Galatasaray played home. It was 2-2. The match ended 2-2. Of course, Galatasaray scored a late goal, bro. They scored a late goal. So had it not been that late goal, Galatasaray would have lost the game. I didn't rate FC Copenhagen that much, but they are doing something right. FC Copenhagen. Galatasaray scored a late goal, even though they have the materials. Of course, Galatasaray has so much players. Icardi, they are equally Ziyech, they are equally decent guys there. Fred Mac, they are decent guys there. But FC Copenhagen decided to worry them. But of course, 2-2. It is something. It is something to work on. Galatasaray. And then FC Copenhagen, even though I think they will all not qualify, or the Galatasaray and FC Copenhagen are not going to qualify from the group stage. I think Manchester United and then Bayern Munich will qualify, but it is something. It is a point. It is something, So Real Madrid also won by 1-0 against Union Berlin. I was not impressed with the performance of Real Madrid. Of course, they played all the game. I watched this game. They played all the game, but the goal was basically not coming. Union Berlin were really, really solid. My guys, Bonucci. Massive shout outs to you, Bonucci, man. Top baller, man. Bonucci, he is old, but that guy is a solid defender, bro. Bonucci, bro. So Union Berlin were solid at the back, even though they played away from home, but they were solid at the back. Bonucci and his guys, he commanded the back line. The goal came late in the game. Jude Bellingham, my man, the top baller, the Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham scored the goal. That guy has some instincts, even though he is not a typical attacking midfielder. Mind you, Jude Bellingham is not a typical attacking midfielder. It is just recently, I can say it is just that he came to Real Madrid, and then Real Madrid are trying to, especially Carlo Ancelotti is trying to, explore certain things from Jude Bellingham. He is trying to, come up with certain things that is not part of Jude Bellingham's game. He is a central midfielder. He is not a typical attacking midfielder. For example, in Kuku, for example, the Ronaldinho type, that skillful type. But the instinct of that guy, he is a demon in the box, even though he's not a striker. He always moves to the right direction. He always moves to the right place at the right time. So that instinct of Jude Bellingham, the ball, a shot from Valverde, and then the instinct of Jude Bellingham to take the second ball was a top level instinct. So of course, Jude Bellingham, the boy, scored, and then he also won the man of the match as well. Union Berlin, I was really, really impressed with Union Berlin's performance. Man, really, really, really impressed. So Union Berlin, of course, Real Madrid won by 1-0. And then as at that time, the investors were crying, bro. They were crying because Real Madrid played an early kickoff. So if Real Madrid lost or Real Madrid played a draw or they drew the game, investors would have, be crying right now. All the timeline will be tears, bro. But Real Madrid won. But of course, I personally, my bet sport, they scored my things for me. But of course, Real Madrid 3 points, 1 goal. It is something to work on it. Even though they have Napoli in their group, it is not going to be easy for them. But of course, Arsenal also won by 4-0. Arsenal 2 million. in our local dialect, Arsenal Tubli, which is soft work, bro. Soft work for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka 2 goals, Gabriel Jesus, PSV. I was, when the group came, I was, doing this debate with some Barcelona fans, and then they were saying PSV will do this, PSV will do that. Bro, the level of Arsenal right now, they have the squad depth right now. The level of Arsenal right now, it is not PSV, bro. I was looking at Arsenal Barcelona in a game in a group, sorry, but it didn't happen. These PSG, all these people are soft work for Arsenal, bro. Soft works, bro. Sevilla, Lens, they are all soft work for Arsenal. And then you saw that the results depict the level of Arsenal. They pasted PSV 4 goals to 0. So Arsenal are doing something right. Their level right now is at the top. I am looking at Arsenal some quarterfinal, because the level of Arsenal right now, if they will keep that same level, bro, they will worry. So Arsenal won by 4 goals to 0, 3 points, 4 goals. Of course, top level performance by Mikel Arteta and his boys. And then quickly, let's move to the Bayern Munich Manchester United game, so to speak, the big game of the week. Of course, Bayern Munich won by 4 goals to 3 against Manchester United. It wasn't that bad. The performance on the pitch, if you really watch this game very well, the performance on the pitch didn't depict this particular scoreline, because I feel Manchester United didn't do that much to deserve these 3 goals. Bayern Munich played really, really well, but there were no sign of urgency from Bayern Munich. There were basically no sign of urgency from Bayern Munich. It was like they were playing in a game, but of course, it is the first day or match day 1. So we will expect big things from Bayern Munich. Of course, they have the material, they have the Sanis, the Kane, the Coleman, the Lord Choupo-Moting, the Musiala. So we are expecting big things from them. But the performance of Bayern Munich didn't depict this particular results. Manchester United, they have a problem. They have a problem in their goalkeeping department, in the coach. They have a problem. The coach, I'm talking about the coach. They have a whole lot of problem. In my opinion, I think United mistakes caused them, of course, and then some of the decisions by the coach, because you can clearly see that the tactics was not, the tactics didn't vary for Manchester United. When you are playing against Bayern Munich, you don't open the game for Bayern Munich. You defend very, very well, catch them on a counter break. You don't open the game for Bayern Munich, because the material that they have, you cannot match it. So why would you go and open the game for Bayern Munich at their home, at their backyard? Prof, Ten Hag, be very, 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 very serious, prof. And then Onana, I won't talk much about Onana, because people feel he made a mistake. Of course, it was a mistake, but I don't think he has to take all the blame for this particular loss. He doesn't have to take all the blame. Of course, he took the blame after the match. Right after the match, he did an interview saying that they should blame him. He let the team down and all of that. But he equally did some good saves, bro. He did some 4-5 good saves for Manchester United. But the quality of Bayern Munich is just, it just supersede Manchester United. And that is why you saw 4-3. The game would have been 7-3, or let's say 8-3. But Bayern Munich, I think they toned down a little bit. But going forward, I think Ten Hag should solve the Sancho situation, because it doesn't look like Anthony is coming back right now. So Ten Hag should solve the Sancho situation, because Pelistri, the guy he cannot play. When you meet the top boys, Pelistri cannot simply play. So of course, he has to solve the Sancho issue. He has to. It is a must. He has to really, really solve the issue. If he really wants to perform in the Champions League, the Sancho issue should be solved ASAP. So that is what I have to say about the Manchester United, Bayern Munich. RB Salzburg also won by 2 goals to 0 against Benfica. Benfica disappointed me, bro. They disappointed me. Spoiled my everything, my investment and everything. Of course, they had a red card, so it cost them. Of course, but Benfica really, really, really disappointed me. They lost by 2 goals to 0. Napoli also won by 2 goals to 1 against Braga. Of course, Napoli is still Napoli, man. So, of course, it was expected that they will win. I even thought they would win by, some 3 goals margin, some 4 goals margin. But of course, 2-1, it is still 3 points plus 1 goal. So, of course, Inter Milan also drew 1-1 against Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad their fans are crazy, bro. After the first goal, mind you, they scored an early goal, but after the goal, their fans went crazy. The atmosphere in the stadium was it was toxic for Inter Milan. Crazy, bro. So it was 1-1, late equalizer by Lautaro Martinez, the captain of the side, the big man, the Don. Of course, Inter Milan, I expected much more from Inter Milan because they are, last season's finalists. Of course, they have added quality. Marcus Thuram, Benjamin Pavard, Fratesi, they have added quality. So I expect big things from Inter Milan this season. At least quarterfinal should be okay for them. At least, because I think this year's Champions League will be very tough, especially Barcelona are coming, Arsenal are also coming. So of course it will be very, very, very tough. But Inter Milan did well; they equalized. But I expect more things from Inter Milan. Sevilla also drew by 1-1 against Lens. RC Lens, I told you they worry because Sevilla, it doesn't look like they are on their form of their life right now. But this is Sevilla, bro. They can even decide to not to qualify from the group stage in the Champions League and then relegate to the Europa League and go and win the Europa League. That is what they have been doing. So RC Lens also drew with Sevilla 1-1. So of course this is the Matchday 1 Wednesday review. So of course let's quickly check out the player of the week nominees. Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid; Joao Felix, Barcelona; Galeno, man, that guy is a top baller, man. Martin Odegaard also was nominated for the player of the week. And then this player of the week, there are some people who have an issue with this particular player of the week nomination. They said Jude Bellingham doesn't deserve it, but I won't talk about it because I'm simply not UEFA, bro. I don't work at UEFA. So they are saying this is their nomination for the player of the week. I cannot say anything, but that is the words on the street that Jude Bellingham doesn't deserve the player of the week nomination. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. The Champions League Matchday1 Wednesday games review. Of course, Manchester United did well. 4-3 was not bad. Was not bad. Real Madrid disappointed me. Inter Milan also disappointed me a little bit, even though Real Sociedad is not a good side, but they disappointed me a little bit. Arsenal pasted PSG. Arsenal's level is at the top, man. So this brings us to the end of the video. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you press on the post notification bell. Follow us on all our social media platforms. The links are in the description, and then the graphics are flowing on TikTok, on IG, and then on X. Follow us there. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.